they got a video that they doing push-ups. That's, ooh, I don't know. If they go to the military, what happens, how long before they come into the police force? And when someone want to stop and frisk you, it's not a person, it's a robot. Well, that's already happening in some lanes. Now they have these robot dogs that they've produced. They look like the ones from Terminator, that they're selling and actively using to privately patrol different areas in different companies. So like Chevron has a deal with them where in their oil factories and rigs, they have like the robot dogs walking around patrolling. NYPD wants to pick them up and make them patrol the subways to catch jumpers. Who here want to get chased by a robot dog? I don't, I know that for sure, right? And so again, we're gonna start seeing, and these are not theoretical things. These are things that are already being put in use right now, right? So those robot dogs, I've seen videos where they attach flamethrowers to the back of them. They got them so that they can attach guns to the back of them. That stuff gets scary. So again, it's gonna go from being behind the scenes to in your face. The robots aren't coming, they're already here.
Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot, and colleagues thinking a lot about robots that can do useful work. All right, and so I think what we're seeing now is a trend where advancements in AI and also advancements in hardware are revolutionizing and greatly expanding the kinds of useful work we'll see, going from specialized robots to more general purpose robotic systems. In machine learning, when I started machine learning 20 years ago, you made a model that did one thing. It was an object recognition model, so in some cases human-like dexterity, to be able to do those really fine-grained assembly tasks, like put my Lego set together. Now you can think about that applied in a factory, right? With some of the roles that humans currently perform in factories because they require reasoning, because they require dexterity. We are in a moment in time where there's labor shortages. Right? If you look at the US Bureau of Labor Statistics and you look at the kinds of manufacturing jobs that people do in factories today, there aren't enough people to fill those jobs. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of investment in this idea of general purpose robots in the near term applied to some of those domains, and perhaps in the medium and longer term, many others.
Okay, so I know that everybody's keeping up. We talked about AI. We talked about agents that are able to act on their own and accomplish tasks. We talked about AI that's able to see and hear. We're talking about this AI being the brain, so to speak, of several different robotic systems that are doing different tasks, right? All right. Everybody keeping up? I know it. That's right. So I want to go to one more place and just talk about the research that's happening, because you are both doing incredible research. Dr. Ashley, I'll start with you. AI is going to be able to be used to really take us to a new place when it comes to scientific discovery. Can you talk about some of the work that you're doing at Microsoft Research and the way that you see it and what might be possible?
Yeah, that is really when we talk about the killer apps. The most powerful applications of artificial intelligence to me, revolutionizing and accelerating scientific discovery is that killer app for artificial intelligence. And I talked about that global gross domestic product, that exponential we've been riding for human civilization for these last few hundred years. And I talked about all those technological advancements. All those are predicated on better scientific understanding of the world and how it works. And that understanding, molecular structure of that drug. And the other is the protein target on the bacteria that the drug actually targets. You can present both of those to the model, and the model can output new candidate drugs. All right? And through that process, so actually together with a collaborator, the Global Health and Drug Discovery Institute, they actually did that process, created candidates. Our partners actually synthesized some of them, and it turns out one is over 100 times better at binding to the TB bacteria than the original drug.
It's incredible.
All right, and so through a process like that, there's a long way to go until that candidate, could be considered for clinical trials. But what it does is it takes that process of drug discovery and greatly accelerates it from something that can take years to something that can take months. And that's just that one example. Now imagine that applied to new materials, sustainable new materials that are capable of sequestering carbon from the air, or any myriad of material discovery or drug discovery applications. So hopefully that gives you at least a sense of why I'm so excited for the possibilities of AI in the space of scientific discovery.